Hello everyone, my name is Sylvia Flowers. If you're new here, welcome in, and if you're not, then welcome back. As you can see, or may already know, I'm an artist, and I usually use my art as B-roll in these videos, but I haven't gone through my art process before. I get a lot of asks about art advice and tips, so I figured I'd run through my steps using a redraw of an extremely old piece from around 2021. My general art process usually consists of composition sketch, detailed sketch, line art, color, shading, and background. The composition on this drawing was mostly laid out for me already, so I only had to refine it into something more anatomically accurate. This drawing was a bit of a special case, since I decided to freehand the clothing and hair in the line art instead of sketching it out. This helps me to not get super stuck on the monotony of line art, but can definitely make my lines a little messier, and can lead me to forget details. The coloring was a tricky task here. Usually it's pretty simple, since the characters I often draw have pre-existing reference pages, but here I only had the old drawing, which didn't have the most appealing color palette. I simplified a lot of the colors for this piece. My strategy is usually to fill the entire character with one color, then add a clipping layer with all of the individual colors, so hair, clothes, etc. This keeps colors from bleeding out of the line art, while also making it a convenient way for me to do extra colors like the blush. After the colors are done, I start shading. Looking back, this piece needed more shading, but if I remember right, I was struggling with the shading colors, so I may or may not have given up. The colors for the background here are more abstract than I usually do, but I knew I wanted to incorporate the blue, purple, yellow, pink color scheme that I had in the original, so I tried to make it resemble a sunset or sunrise. The final finishing touch that I added was a white outline around the body to make her pop, since the background was so colorful. I haven't been doing very many illustrations recently, so this one is a bit on the older side. Regardless, I'm still happy with it. It means a lot to me since this was one of few self-portraits I ever finished when I was younger, and it's been a whole 5 years since I drew it. You can really see the specific inspiration behind her design, how I was so into the fingerless gloves, boots, and fishnets when I was but a young lass. It's neat to see that I was actually able to get that pink streak I wanted in real life. All that said, I'll end this off with a couple art tips in general. They might be common knowledge, but if you're looking to start drawing, they're good rules of thumb. For one, don't shade with black if you want a piece to look vibrant. Black usually desaturates a piece. Number 2, stretch your hands, please. Please stretch your hands even if you're not an artist. If you're doing fine work with your hands, including typing, you have to stretch them to keep them healthy. For 3, flip the canvas every so often. This will give you fresh eyes to see mistakes that you may have overlooked. I actually use the website MinnowClocks since it plays an auditory reminder every so often, and the fish is very cute. On that note, the programs I usually use are Ibis Paint X and Procreate. Ibis is very beginner-friendly, but Procreate is more refined and complicated. I also use Krita to draw on computer instead of on mobile. I would say Krita leans more towards the complication of Procreate, but it can also be quite beginner-friendly. You just need to get past the UI. Practice makes permanent. If you have a good habit and do it over and over, it'll stick. But if you have a bad habit and do it over and over, it will also stick. Just be careful. Finally, follow your heart. Yes, it is incredibly cheesy, but art is something that comes from the heart, so if you want to draw something, do it. If you're bad at it, who cares? If it's cringe, who cares? As always, these are just general tips, and everything is able to be criticized, but I find them to be helpful for me. If you want to share your own art tips, feel free to do so in the comments, but in the meantime, remember to stay safe, stay warm, and stay hydrated. Goodbye!